Hi there, hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about a very important concept in fundamental analysis, UoM consumer sentiment. In other words, we also call it University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So let's see what it is. So this consumer sentiment measures the overall health of the economy as determined by the consumer opinion, okay? And it takes into account people's feelings on three different criteria. Number one, current financial situation. Number two, short-term growth. And number three, long-term growth. And UoM consumer sentiment is a very useful economic indicator as consumer spending accounts for about 70% of the US economy. And UoM, how we determine it, it's a MCSI, Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index, monthly survey to determine the confidence level of the consumers in the US. And MCSI survey, how it is conducted, it is actually a telephone interview survey of about 500 households about their financial situation and opinions and attitudes about the current and ongoing economy. What are the survey indices of MCSI? Three: financial conditions, short-term growth, and long-term growth. So when the actual data release is out about UoM consumer sentiment, so actual is greater than forecast, it is good for a currency. Actual smaller than forecast, it is bad for the currency, and it is released monthly around middle of the current month. And it is categorized as red news on forex calendar and important information for forex traders. So they have to watch out this data. If it comes positive or negative, it could have a positive or negative impact on the volatility of the forex market. So they need to understand the data and tailor their trading strategy according to that. And there are two versions of the data release, 14 days apart. One is preliminary and the other one is revised, and both are with the duration of 14 days. The preliminary release is the earlier and thus tends to have most impact. Okay, all right. So consumer optimism directly affects consumer spending. So that's why University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey is very important, important economic indicator. And consumer attitudes are equal to consumer sentiment plus consumer confidence. So it directly contributes to gross domestic product and economic and manufacturing data. So if the economic output is good, so employment is high. If the economic output is low, then employment is low as well. And this data is monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis as well. So if there is a regularly falling figures of UoM consumer sentiment, that could mean that the economy is weakening, and there could also be a possible recession. And consistently strong data on a monthly basis could show an upward and strengthening of economy based on the UoM consumer sentiment data. Okay, so what happens when the data is released? Okay, there could be like output. What could be the output of UoM consumer sentiment data? So it could be above expectations or below expectations. So in either case, there could be positive or negative effect on US dollar and US dollar driven markets. What could be the possible outcome of this output? So it could be better than expected or lower than expected. So if it's better than expected, then it means strong US dollar versus other currencies. And if it's lower than expected, then it could be weaker US dollar versus other currencies. So what is in it there for the traders? For traders, trading the data can be an important yardstick for analyzing their spread betting or contract for difference strategy. Okay. All right. So how to trade? What could be the possible trading strategies for the forex traders? So you see, when this data is out, University of Michigan consumer sentiment data is out, then you can see market volatility. So either the prices could be up or down. So based on your analysis, your trading strategies, you can end up trading into profit. But on the other hand, you can also end up trading into losses if you do not calculate your move or do not solidify your analysis based on the numbers of this data. And then when you have a high volatility, there could be a possible profit or loss, and that could lead to large short-term profit and greater short-term losses as well. And that also brings in your risk management while trading. So you have to have your risk management strategy. It's therefore very important to pay attention to your risk management approach, and you have to have your risk management action plan if something goes incorrect as you have previously imagined or analyzed. Okay, so this is how UOM consumer sentiment works with the forex trading. Alright guys, that's about it. I will conclude here. I hope you like the video. I will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye bye.